All right, so I've got a wicked cold going on here. I think I'm just starting to get over it, so bear with me in my voice. But my main PC, I just did a BIOS update like less than 2 weeks ago, or about 2 weeks ago, and now it did come out with another BIOS update. So let's just go through this. I'll walk you through it, just like always. Sometimes I miss a little thing here or there, but generally speaking, I guide you through it step by step. So our first thing to do is to check what BIOS version. I'll try not to get my finger in the way. What BIOS version do we currently have? So what I normally do is I come down to the start menu here, and then we'll come up. Oh, I do a right click. Sorry. Let's do a right click, and we come up to run, and then we type in msinfo32 right there in the search box. This is going to pull up this menu here, and we do have BIOS version and date. We have F9 of 6/19/2025. And in order to find out where it is on the web, usually, like if you have your old motherboard box, like this is going to say Z790 Aorus Master X. This is the gaming motherboard from Gigabyte. So it's the Gigabyte Aorus Z790 or Z790 Aorus Master X from Gigabyte. So now that we know it's F9, we close that. We can open up Google here, and then what we're going to do is we're going to type in excuse me, we're going to type in the Gigabyte, so you can see it, Gigabyte Z790. Now we really don't need the Aorus in there, but we'll just put Master X. Now I already have this saved in one of my other things, so if I open up a new tab, you can see I actually have it right here. So it's just something I saved because I do it on this PC when I do. But our very first option right there, Master X. We give that a click. And always up here, this is the main support tab for the actual whole website. We don't want that. This is our motherboard, and we want the support button that's right there. So let's give that a click. And then we're just waiting on it to load. There we go. Okay, so I don't think there's a difference between all these versions, quite frankly, but we do have version 1. And where do you find version 1? Normally, I don't want to say normally, I don't think it's actually on the, well, it is on the box right here. We can see it right there, version 1.0. So, a lot of times if you don't have the box, it will be stated on your actual motherboard. You may have to take out your graphics card or some sort of cover to see it. Maybe not a cover, but usually it's like on a corner of the motherboard, and you'll be able to see it that way. Just get a flashlight. So we're going to go ahead and click on version 1.0. And then we're going to come down, scroll down here to where it says BIOS. And then we have, last week I went from like F8. So right there, I went from F8 to F9. Now we're going to go to F10. Basically, it enhances platform security by enabling pre-boot DMA protection, VTD, and all this pre-boot. I don't know exactly everything that it means, but if it's a security thing, and sometimes it helps with support with RAM, other CPUs, stuff like that. So it's always a good thing to keep up to date. So we're going to go ahead and download that. Oh, excuse me for the coughing. And then once it's downloaded, we can get out of here. Our next step, you're going to need a USB drive. Now, I've said this in probably my last, good Lord, I don't know, 8 BIOS update videos at least. With a new modern motherboard, generally speaking, you do not need a small thumb drive, and it does not have to be formatted into anything special. With that said, you are guaranteed support if you buy a thumb drive that's 16 gigabytes or less, and also if it's formatted into FAT32. So otherwise, I just use this. This is 256 gigabytes. Nope, this one's 128, excuse me. This is 128, 256, it's not going to matter, even a 1 terabyte. And this is formatted into NTFS, so it really doesn't matter. But what we're going to do is we're going to just go ahead and stick this in an available port. And then we can see it's empty. We'll even do a right click on it. If you were to format anything that you put in, you do a right click on it, come to format, and right here where it says file system, you can usually format into like FAT32 with smaller ones. So anyway, we're just going to do a quick format. This will format it and delete anything that you have in it. It just takes a second. Okay, that's done. We're going to open it back up. Now remember that thing that we downloaded, the file that we downloaded, we're going to go into our downloads. I need to get rid of all this stuff. And it's a zip folder. So we're going to do a right click on it, come down here to extract all, and then we're going to extract right back into the same folder. It just opens up a second folder there, as you can see. And I'll try to not to get my finger in the way. I got fat fingers. So the only file we're concerned with is the one that I got highlighted right now. It's the largest file, and we're not flashing the system, so we're not putting it in the back and hitting like a flash button to update it, which in that case you do not need a CPU or CPU. CPU. You do not need storage or RAM. You can flash it with just a motherboard and power going to it, power supply. But otherwise, we're going to take this. We're going to do Control-C on the keyboard. Or you could do a right click and copy if you wanted to. Now we're going to go down to our E drive. So this is or you can come here, because basically I got all these drives in here. But this is the one that's empty. That is our flash drive that we just put in up there. So we're going to open that up. We're going to do Control-V on the keyboard. So Control, then V. And that just pasted it in there. Okay. Now from there, what I like to do, generally speaking, I don't like to put the thumb drive up on top. It's probably not an issue. And comment if you want. I don't care, but this is what I do. I always go to the back of the PC, and we will plug it into an available port. Doesn't matter if it's USB 2, 3, or whatever. Now, the other thing that I like to do is I don't like to restart the PC and then hit the delete key repeatedly. It does work, but sometimes you might get distracted and then miss it. So I like the guaranteed way to do it. So I go into settings. We go into system. And then we come down here to recovery. And then advanced startup. And we just click on restart now. What this is going to do, I'll try to just sit here. I normally do just sit here and wait for it. And we can, it'll come up with a blue screen, and we'll go through, click about 2 or 3 options, and our last one is a restart, and it gets us right into the BIOS. Very, very quick, very simple, or the UEFI is what it officially means, but the old way of talking is the BIOS. So I don't know which screen it's going to pop up on here. Just kind of waiting for it. I'll check out that new picture I just hung up. Yep, that's pretty cool. All right, so up on this screen, it just says troubleshoot. Okay, my mouse is not working for some reason. Awesome sauceum. All right, my mouse is not working. I don't know if I can, let's just use the up and down arrow. Nope. So something funky just happened. I've never had this happen. Give me a minute. I'm going to have to reboot again and get in there. See, it's that one time. Now I'm going to get comments. Oh, see, you should have just restarted and used the delete key. Yeah, whatever. I'll see you in a second. Okay, so since I don't know what's going on, I did try to reseat some of the cables in the back, but that was not the issue. I'm going to just put this thumb drive back in. So in this case, we are going to hold down on the button. This is a good example. We're just going to hold down the power button. That's going to go off, right? We're just going to give it a few seconds here. And then we're going to power this back up. And now this time, we're actually going to hit the delete key. Yep, and there comes my third or fourth comment. See? It did work. Whatever. That's just because I'm restarting it this way. Is why I'm doing it this way. Oh, man. There we go. Okay. And then the mouse is working again. Ah, that's too funny. All right. So over here, we can see we do have F9. And CPU, I have 14900K. All right. So what we're going to do here is... See, I can never remember. I go from updating one to another. And we want this Q flash right here. Okay. And this sometimes is a little funky with Gigabyte and how they do it. It's like, what do you click on? You know, it doesn't tell you what to click on. So come up here to File. I thought that's what you click on. I guess not. Okay, right here. Okay. Click on the center. And we can see over here that that is our file that we downloaded. So that's F10. We're going to click on that. Then we're going to click this little arrow over here. Are you sure you want to update the BIOS? Yeah, I'm sure. So, push the start button. So that's the start button right in the center. And it's going to reboot. And this thing could reboot 3-4 times at minimum. Sometimes it's more, depending on like ASUS, I know likes to update the ME, the management engine, at the same exact time. These sometimes do, sometimes don't. It all depends. So, but anyway, just let it do its thing, walk away, and see, look at that. It's just verifying the file. Now we're updating the file. And yeah, so pretty cool, it's fairly simple. We did run into that little glitch. But, you know, again, every BIOS is a little different, and I can't memorize it every single time. But I get through it very simply. It's just about finding what you need to click on. So I will come back to it as soon as it's done. All right, we are at 98%. And look at that. It's going to do its first reboot right now. Let's see what happens. I got another laptop there that I'm updating and might be using. Not sure yet. It's an old 10th gen Core i5. Pretty slow. But so that was one boot. Now, normally speaking, well, not normally, but I wanted to say, so we're at just under 14 minutes. Now, this is real time. Aside from about a solid minute, it took for the rest of that BIOS to complete the update or the scan. Aside from 1 minute extra, this is all in real time. I try to do it as real as possible. I haven't gone live yet. I'm thinking about doing that at some point, but so I think it just went through its second power cycle, and we're just seeing what it's going to do. We're still going through all the debug codes up there. You can see it up there in the red. It's just going through different codes and whatnot. That's normal. Okay, here comes third reboot. This is normal. This is very normal. I swear. I think I was looking most of the time over here on my camera, but the actual camera is over here. Or on my phone, but the camera is over here. So, oh my gosh. All right, what's going to happen here? We're at 15 minutes. About a total of 16 minutes in total. It probably would have been done by now if I didn't have to explain. So, I mean, really, this is a 10 to 15 minute job total, usually updating a BIOS. It's not very long. It doesn't take long at all. All right. Might have been only 3. We're going to get the little circly thing there going on, or is it going to reboot again? Just trying to keep it all real for you guys. Come on. Come on. Apparently, nope. We're going for a 4th reboot now. Oh, wow. This has got to be it. Oh, see, now it's over on this screen. What is with the flippy floppy? Exciting. We have the little circle. All right, here we go. All my colors came back. We're back in here. If you really want to check without going back into the BIOS, remember, just come down here, do a right click, click on run, type in msinfo32, click OK, and then we're going to check up right here, and it does say F10. So we are on the latest BIOS, whatever that corrected. And that's it, guys. That is how you update a BIOS, whether you like it or not. I don't care if I keep putting these out. I did have a commenter. I think it was on my last one that I did this. Like, oh, dude, that BIOS is, or I think he said, bro, that BIOS was like 2 months ago and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, yeah, so what, bro? Broski? I swear, some of these commenters, I normally ignore those type of people, but anyway, I just, go and look at his comment. It's like, who cares? I don't care if it was 3 years out of date. I'm updating it, and I'm showing you how to do it. It doesn't matter if that BIOS is old or it's new or whatever it is. But anyway, and this is another good thing to have. I know I've done a video on this, but power panel. It's a UPS, so it's an uninterrupted power supply, and those things are great to have, especially updating a BIOS. But yeah, maybe I'll do another video on one of those someday. All right, guys, so that's it. Till my next BIOS video or whatever video I come out with. See you around. Take care.